This is Kathleen Griffin. It is 3:45 on Thursday, April 1st. This is a single hearing in Conference Room 1 for the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Hello?
Hi, this is Kathleen Griffin calling from the Board of Assessment Appeals for Peter.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I just living the dream.
Aren't we all, right? That's always good. So I am here to hear your hearing today. You're a single one over the phone. You're rescheduled from a little bit ago. So I'm just going to read, if it's okay with you, I'm going to read a few things into the record, and you can correct me if any of it is wrong. You are being recorded. So Okay, so your appeal number is 4. The property address is 51 Robson Place. The owner of the property is Maureen Cummings. The town has the property valued at $496,200, and you wish to have that value reduced to $425,000.
Yes.
Is that accurate? Okay, great. And then the second thing I need you to do is to state your name for the record and whether you are the owner of the property or an authorized agent on behalf of the property.
I am. I live at the property, and I am Maureen's husband.
Okay.
As an agent.
Are you did she give you an affidavit to represent her?
Yes.
She did. Okay, great. So that's in the file?
I don't know if it's in your file, but yes, I'm legally allowed to speak about the house.
Okay, great. The only other thing I need to do is to ask you to raise your right hand. I know I can't see you, and I'm just going to swear you in. There's my thing here. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your opportunity to tell me and through me to the board why you believe the town did not value your property correctly and it should be reduced to the value that you're requesting.
Yes. So our house predates zoning regulations. So our property is existing non-conforming. So my house is basically over the front yard setback, and if I were to build a house on my property, it would have I would say a footprint of a couple hundred, maybe 300 square feet, if that. So whenever you buy a house, you're buying something that conforms. When you don't buy a house that conforms, you're putting money at risk. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think there's only certain things you can do when you have a non-conforming lot, right? So you can't. I don't believe you can knock it down, right? You have to keep it and a few other things. Yeah.
Yes, we went for we did go for a variance, and we were shut down because our property was just too small. So our house, I believe, the tax record, I'm not spot on, but I think you guys have it around 900 square feet.
We have it at, I've got your field card right here. Let me just look, make sure I have the right one. We have it at 1,122 square feet, 622 on the first floor, 500 upstairs, and then a pool and a shed.
Yes.
Okay.
So our bedrooms, like our master bedroom suite, I'll throw a fancy terminology at it, is 9 feet by 10 feet with no closet. So all of the rooms in our house are about that size on the third floor. It's 1.5 bath. Now, we don't have a problem. We love it. But when the values start going up, and I don't know what matrix the town uses to verify, how they actually appraise. I've asked for that before, but I've never really got one. So our house, it's just not a house that a lot of people are going to want. Now, we're fortunate because we don't want to move. I think we've been here now, 31 years, and we love it. But it's just not a house that has it's not going to be appealing for a lot of people. So therefore, the value of the house is just not there. And if you want to add or do anything, you need a variance. So no one's going to buy our property knowing they have to put money at risk, and the chances of getting it, because we already got shut down once, that they would get an approval on it.
Right.
Well, so we're kind of stuck at the size, house, and conformity of the home. And our home, it's just, I go into other homes that are paying less in taxes than I am and are valued less, yet they're a lot bigger than mine.
Okay.
And therefore, sometimes I just don't know what the matrix is, but then I just figured I said to Lance, let's just ask them just about our house. And really those are my reasonings why. Now, just so you know, I'm in the house building business, so we design, engineer, and build homes. So I know the market, and I know, what you can do, what you can't do. And when I do spec homes and other things, I know what I'm looking for in a spec home. I want something that allows me to do what I want to do inside the zoning regulations, and I don't have to put money at risk.
Right.
Being in my business, I was 25 when I bought the house. This wouldn't be a house I would buy to make money on.
Right.
So there's a lot of value because of the nonconformities of our property, our situation on our home. And therefore the value of it, I think I'm the smallest house in our street. And we're only, it's 1.5 baths, but our bathroom, our full bathroom, it's 7 by 6.
You're a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Mm-hmm.
So it's 1.5 baths. And also because we predate heating. When we bought the house, we had a heatilator. I don't know if you know what that is. It was a coal-burning fireplace.
Okay.
And there's one grill between the living room and the dining room,
mm-hmm.
and it lets heat into the house. You're giggling.
I know.
Oh, we don't mind. I grew up in a historic home. My parents live on the farm up in Vermont. So,
yeah. I've owned
like
one, too, before. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah.
And then when they put the heat in the house, so all of our heating lines are actually in the room. They're not in the wall because we predated heat. We have actually no insulation in our house. It's vermiculite and it's balloon frame.
Right.
Now, once again, you got to keep remembering, I don't mind. I live here.
Right.
But when the value of the house keeps going up, I'm like, I don't know if they're really understanding. Like, my stairs don't meet code. You have to duck in order to go up the stairs. So it just came down to really the nonconformities. We're just not, I know there are a couple of historic homes in my realm, but we're just not, a lot of people think would be, this house is to sell in a minute. It's not. It's, like I said, we don't want to go anywhere. I think we're looking to probably leave in a dustbuster. And then my kids, my 2 daughters will, do what they want, but that's really on them, not really on me.
Right. So just a couple questions. So you did go for a zone. What did you try to get a variance to do?
We try to put a bedroom, convert one of our bedrooms into more of a master bedroom with a bathroom.
Okay.
And a family room.
I see. So you were trying to add on.
And we were denied.
Yeah, because of lot coverage?
That was our hardship. We were over our setback line, and our neighbor at the time just said it was just too big.
Got it. Okay.
So we were shut down.
So the neighbor
we
wasn't
never
happy.
Reapplied.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
okay.
So that's
and
so that's our story.
How
and
do you
like I said, it's not, just because I'm in the business and I see so many homes and their value and their reassessments,
mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, what? We're just not where these other homes are. I don't even know if a lot of people would even live in a 1,000 square foot house.
Right. So do you have any comparable properties that sold? We kind of look at the market value. So even though it's a small, non-conforming home, some people like those. You do, seems to be that you and your family do as well. So, other sales on Robson or?
That's the question. What's your matrix? Because So on 900 square feet, because remember, a portion of that is half of a basement that's below grade.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have over 7. The headroom is head height is less than 7 feet, so therefore it doesn't even qualify as a room.
Yeah, they don't have that listed as. I'm looking at your. Let me look at the card again. They have you as 500 on the second floor and 622 on the first floor. So they don't have anything in the lower level. They do have some finished basement at 180 square feet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, the 180, yeah. But the 1122, that's what they have as your, your finished living area.
So,
okay.
And so when you start, so my question always is, what's the matrix that you guys are using for your calculation, and where does nonconformities play out in the resale or the value of the property?
Right.
No one's going to go buy a property that's existing nonconforming, and technically you can't build a house to code on the property.
A new home, right. You'd have to keep the home, or you'd have to do, take it down to the foundation, right, and do some certain things to it. So as that's the assessor's office who builds the model. They basically build it on, a year's worth of sales, or actually 3 years worth of sales data. They kind of go back 3 years and then try to get to a value as of October 1, 2020. This year with COVID, it's a little bit harder because the market is, the market's been rising, right? So we're trying to get, as a Board of Assessment Appeals, we're trying to figure out, well, what your house would have sold for if it was on the market on October 1st, 2020. So regardless of how the town comes up with the value, whatever formulas they put in the pot, did they come out correct at $496,200, or do you think it should be lower than that? And if so, how can you support, the $425 number? If there were sales on Robson, that you would say, look, my neighbor sold for $450 and they're a little bigger than me, then I would say, okay, that makes sense that $496 is too high for you. So it's really the market sales in your neighborhood.
Great thing you brought. So there were 2 home sales on my house, on my street.
Okay.
Both those homes are double the size of mine. They both sold in the 6s. So they're double the size of my lot. My house. They were both renovated, and they did get variances.
I saw one quickly because I did
double the size of mine.
Yeah, I saw 28 Robson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that sold for $595 in early November. So that's a pretty good comp.
It's a renovated house.
Yeah, so it's okay. So this is what I need you to tell me. You need to tell me that because that sold at $595, there's no way I would even get I wouldn't get $100,000 less than that. I would get $200,000, right, or $150,000 less. That house is on 0.11 acres, so it's about the same same lot size as yours. They have 1,700 square feet finished, 1,000 on the first floor and 650 on the second floor. And then they do have a garage. It looks like they have FGR. I think it's a garage, a small garage, because it doesn't have much value. I don't know if they have FGR. I don't know. Usually it's a pool or something, but no, it says garage.
Sheds. We have sheds.
Okay, so they have a larger shed.
It's just a shed.
So they sold for $595, pretty close to October 1. So that's a really good comparable sale, but it's at 1,700.
That's a renovated house.
1,700 square feet. So you're saying yours is not renovated?
No.
You have an
I still have the original shingles from 1914.
Okay. Do you have an old kitchen?
And
have you updated your bathrooms and kitchen?
No. I've been in the house 31 years. We did a little bit of cabinetry, but other than that, we've just kind of been just living in it.
Okay, so new
paint. But there's not a lot of value in paint.
Right. So you haven't updated your plumbing or put in a new kitchen, no new kitchen or anything like that.
No, I'd like to, but that's where we're at. I have kids in college.
I know.
I have one graduating from the University of Cincinnati, Conservatory of Music this April, and Sarah graduated 2 years ago, and she's a NICU nurse at Yale.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, they're getting
had the conversation with me, Dad, I think I'm going to go back to school. They're going to pay 40%. I'm like, I guess I'm going to help you.
Yeah, I know. Mine did that just last year. More graduate school costs. I know. You think you're done, and then you're not. So, all right.
Well, I love my girls, and I'm fortunate. Anyone who has really good kids, it doesn't get any better than
that. I agree. I've got one of mine visiting for a couple of days now, so I like that. Okay, so you think that at $595, yours would sell for $150,000 less than the neighbors that sold for $599.
What was it, like $200,000 plus renovation to that house?
Let me see. And was there another sale on Robson, you said, or no?
Yeah, that house. There was another house that just sold across the street from me for around $6. I don't know what the address is.
Looks like they did a remodel, but it says they spent $1,800 on re-roofing in 2000. That's all I have on the permit for 28 Robson. So, okay. So maybe.
Well, I don't know what they do on field cards. That's a whole other story.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the car. I'm just looking at the cards. I haven't looked at the listing to look at the pictures or anything like that. So, okay. And then what?
It's next to my neighbor Aline Zimmer. So she sold the house. She's actually sold both of them, but both of them were in the sixes. Both of them have had over $200,000 in renovation costs go into them.
Okay. And so what's the address of the other one? Do you know?
I don't. I just remember the original owner, Barbara and Mike Holmes.
Okay.
They sold several years ago, and then it was Greg and Karen, and I know they're the ones who just sold it.
Right. Okay.
I know.
So it was a recent sale on Robson then. Okay. And that sold around $600?
Yeah, well, that was in the 60s. I mean, I guess the comps are there somewhere.
Yeah.
So both of those homes, I haven't put that. Don't get me wrong, when my kids leave and I update my house, I have no problem with my taxes going up, but I just haven't done it, and I just know my home has a lot of issues.
Yeah, okay. We didn't submit any pictures. I just don't see much in the file. So,
you can drive down the street. I'm right around the corner from the town hall.
Yeah. Okay. I see the picture on the field card. That's okay.
It's like I said, we're humble, just working people, and eventually, I'd like to get the house done. But right now, we are. I just, I was looking at the value. I'm like, this is just nuts. This is not.
You would not get $496 tomorrow if you put it on the market.
No. Okay. I don't. I would. It's a crazy world, but I'm going to say if someone walked through my house and they have to duck to go up the stairs, and a bath and a half at 900 square feet of livable first and second floor. I mean, how many people are now? We don't mind it. We like it, but how many people are going to live in a 9 by 10 master bedroom with no closet?
Right. So I just, like I said, I saw a higher number for the finished square footage. You keep saying 900, so I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I'm counting that's the basement area they're counting. There's a little bit of area in the basement.
They're counting the basement differently, but no, they have you at 622 on your first floor and 500 on your second floor. That'd be exterior.
Well, I can't. That's what they're saying it is, and that's what it is.
It is what it is. Okay. Yeah.
I can document. I can document the house, but.
Well, if you're at 900 square feet, that'll bring your taxes down just because we have the wrong dimensions, right? That's what happens. And you do have a pool. You have an in-ground pool. That's valued at about $13,000.
Well, so it's not gunite; it's vinyl.
Yeah,
so
vinyl.
I believe it doesn't count as permanent structure.
Yeah, well, we do tax them, so that looks like it was put in 2008, and they value your pool at $12,900. 90% good. So that's that's some value in addition to the house. Is that extra $13,000 for the pool?
I'm not complaining. It's just I just know the market, what people are going to pay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. Anything else you want to add?
No, that was pretty much it. We just felt, we love it here. We're going to live, and we just want to keep everything in check. Yeah,
I hear you. The only other thing is, like I said, she's the only listed owner on the property, and I know you probably have her permission, but we really need like a signed affidavit. We require that of everybody else who.
I can ever get you one.
Yeah, that would be great if she could get that added to the file. Pretty quickly. I can send you, we probably have your email maybe. I can send you a link to that so you can print it out and get it notarized and bring it in. Only because, we never know whether there could be a divorce situation, someone's trying to get taxes down to get out of something. We just never know. So everybody who isn't on the deed, needs to have the other person unless they're present with you, but she's not on the phone with you. So
no, she's at work.
She's at work, yeah. So, That's fine. We do need that affidavit in the record. Otherwise, we have to deny you just for that reason. Sounds silly, but you have to be authorized, written authorization.
What's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
Kathleen Griffin.
And then you have, and you're, hang on. So she just sends it to the town hall or to you?
I'll send you an email, and she can turn it into the assessor's office. She just needs to sign it and says, I hereby give, Peter Cummings, my husband, the authority to represent. The form's all filled out. She just has to put her name in there and then get it notarized and turn it into the assessor's office in Old Town Hall.
All right. I will have, if you can email me, you have my email?
Why don't you give it to me? There is an email in some of the files. I don't know. Let me see what email's on the account here. Got it. What are you? Appeal number 4. I have something sale. Is that what's?
Outsailing at mac.com. That's Maureen's.
That's Maureen's. Outsailing at mac.com. That's the one I have.
Yep, and then mine is Peter at petercummingsinc.com.
At petercummingsinc.com. Okay, I'll send that out to you. So if you could get that back to us, and then we won't make a decision. We're trying to get all of the decisions in, quickly. But this one we'll wait to make sure you have the affidavit, because otherwise we have to just, we have to vote no. Statutes are very strict on when it comes to assessments. So
no, I mean, you guys are not open tomorrow.
We are not, no. But I can get that out to you in the next half hour or so. I've got another meeting that actually started at 4. So
if you can send that, I will drop it off. I have to be in there Monday anyway.
Okay, drop it off on Monday.
So for another project, and
we'll
go from there.
Okay, sounds great. We will make a decision on your hearing sometime, hopefully in the month of April. If your appeal's denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal until the next reval in 5 years. And if you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay, and I will get you the affidavit. So,
Kathleen, thank you
so much. All right,
much.
Well, you're welcome. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
You too.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Kathleen Griffin. It ends the single hearing in Conference Room 1 on Thursday, April 1st.